before we get into our pivotal NFL week pick'em, which we'll go into, is the new year coming up, and I want to break down with my good friend Chuck the top 10 plays of the NFL season. So, yes,
All
Chuck,
right.
start
So
off.
at number 10, top play, even though we're not finished, top play of the 2022 NFL season. Now, remember week 3, Steelers Browns, one-handed on the right sideline, looked like OBJ and Jace. Number 10 play. I love that play.
Yes, sir.
Number 9. Number 9, we got Devin Duvernay in week 2 against the Dolphins when they went up like a gajillion points. Devin Duvernay took it 105 yards kickoff return. I think that's one of like the only 3 kickoff returns this year. So pretty impressive.
Yes. Going to number 8, we have another kickoff return, but from none other than Mr. Kickoff Return himself, Cordero Patterson, officially passing Devin Hester for most return TDs in NFL history.
Yes.
With this one, it was just a blast from the past, and probably one of the most, I guess, sentimental moments of the NFL season so far. Number 7, and this one probably ranks up there as the best play call on this list.
Yeah.
But Penei Sewell with the offensive tackle rollout to the right, catches the ball and clinches the game against division leaders Minnesota Vikings. And when we look back on this season and we see the Detroit Lions in the playoffs, we'll remember that play as the thing that kept it going.
Oh, yeah. And they're hot right now. So number 6, we got Sunday Night Football. Dolphins versus the Chargers. Tyreek Hill, scoop and score. Probably one of the craziest free plays I've ever seen. Like, it was just literally watching backyard football. It's like somebody was playing Kill the Carrier, and you just see this little dude scurry out of the fucking scrum, and he's down the sideline. Love that play.
He looked extra fast on that play.
Dude, I saw him pick it up. I was like, he's gone. He's gone. He's fucking gone. Number 5. So at number 5, Panthers. Walker throws a bomb with 14 seconds left to DJ Moore. DJ Moore catches it, takes his helmet off, and throws it into the end zone and gets a flag. They tie it up, but they could have won if he just didn't do that, and because the extra point was missed. But still, an insane throw and an insane catch.
Yeah, and it wasn't just a throw. I mean, like, who was the throw coming from? Like, PJ Walker? Like,
Dude,
nobody was expecting that.
Yeah, he threw a fucking bomb. Didn't know he had it in him.
Number 4, when you're going for a new contract in the NFL, you got to do things like this. And Mr. Josh Jacobs, who with his expiring contract next year, walked off the Seahawks in overtime for an 86-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Exposing the Seahawks defense as the frauds they are, and cementing Jacobs as one of the comeback players of the year.
Facts.
Number 3, so former Ohio State product, thought to be a bust about halfway through the season, turned it on, and I mean turned it on this season. And he's been known for his signature runs all year, but none better than this run against the Dolphins, where he evaded the sack multiple times, got through each level of defense, and made his way down the sideline and invigorated that Bears crowd to a level that they've never been invigorated in the last decade.
Yeah.
The hype alone in that play makes this worth being number 3.
100%. Number 2, we literally just saw it. We couldn't believe it. Chandler Jones, walk-off stiff arm against the Raiders. Against the Patriots. We had no idea what was going on. Fucking, what's his name? I forgot who threw it. Threw it across field. I was like, oh my God, somebody's open down there. Nope. Pick, stiff arm, touchdown, game over. The game should have been over in the third quarter, but That was absolutely electric. Saved the Raiders season, and the whole place is going fucking crazy. Even the fans are too drunk and they're yelling at Patriots fans for no reason.
Right. I've never seen a finish like that before. And it was that stiff arm was epic. That'll be a gift for years to come.
Yeah.
But the number one play, and unlike that play, which resulted because of a stupid action, this play single-handedly was the catalyst for one of the upsets of the year, and that was the Vikings beating the Bills. The Vikings are down a touchdown, and they're driving. It's 4th and 18 in the fourth quarter. They need a first down. The game's over. Kirk Cousins does this fuck it JJ down there somewhere throw.
Yeah.
Chucks it up to Jefferson. Jefferson leaps with the defender draped on him, leaps up with one hand and snags it in and gets just enough yardage to keep the game going.
That's
I mean,
gross.
that is a all-pro player making an all-pro play to win one of the most important games of the season. Props to you,
disgusting.
JJ.
That was disgusting.
Well deserving of the top play of the year. Speaking of plays,
Yes.
we have the final week of our NFL pick'em, and the stakes cannot be higher.
Mm-hmm.
We are in our playoff round, and after you went 3-2 and I went 2-3 last week, we are now both at 7-3 in the 2 weeks of the playoffs, which means we have 5 picks each to determine who will be doing the recap of the Quick Lane Bowl of New Mexico State and Bowling Green.
Can't wait.
I sure as hell don't want to watch that game, so I hope you don't either.
No.
Well, let's get going with our first game on the slate, and it's the Thursday night football game tonight. So the Jaguars, fresh off that win versus the Cowboys, like we discussed before, going on a short week against the Jets at MetLife with Zach Wilson starting once again. Jaguars are feeling hot, but the Jets are desperate for a win. Who do you got, Chuck?
See, coming into this game, I feel like it's a very, very tough game. Jets, it's a must-win, both must-win games for both teams. The weather is a factor. Jaguars, I know they love to throw it. Jets have a superb defense. Zach Wilson starting, though. It's a toss-up, but I'm going to go Jags. Coming off a hot win against the Cowboys. Short week, but still, I'm going Jags.
I like the pick, but I'm going to fade you here.
He wants to jet up. All right.
I will jet up in this one. Quinton Williams, he's off the injury report. He's good to go tonight. It's a big addition to their defense. And Jags just lost Cam Robinson for the year. I feel like in the long run, they'll be fine. But in a short week, trying to prepare without him against just very good Jets defense might be a little bit of a tough task to handle. I think the Jets, in absolute desperation, find a way to pull out a win with their defense.
We'll see.
Next one, the big NFC East matchup. Maybe the significance of this game has dwindled down a bit with Jalen Hurts not playing, but the stakes are still high. The Eagles can win their division with a win here. The Cowboys are looking to make a statement that they are for real, that they are contenders. So who we got on this big matchup?
Now, both these teams are talking a bunch of shit to each other, especially Micah Parsons. That's definitely going to fuel the Eagles for this week. I was going to go Eagles, but I think quarterback play is a factor here. And with Jalen Hurts questionable, I'm going to go with the Cowgirls, unfortunately. But I do hate my pick because I hate the Cowboys. But yes, I'm going with the Cowboys.
Now, I will add that Jalen Hurts he's going to be out this week. It seems like that's what Nick Sirianni's saying, unless he's trying to play mind games.
You have to. He's the whole, not the whole offense, but you don't want that guy hurt.
Right. But I tend to like picking teams, good teams that are able to. I like picking talented teams with a backup quarterback because those teams tend to rally around their backup. We look at the 49ers with Brock Purdy. They stepped up to play with him and help him out as much as possible. And I mean, who doesn't love Gardner Minshew, right?
Yeah.
I think a big matchup in this game is the Eagles' ferocious pass rush against Dak Prescott. Dak doesn't play well when his O line isn't playing up to standard, and if the Eagles put the same kind of pressure they did against the Bears, it's not going to be easy for Dak. I think the Eagles might be feeling a little motivation after being made 5-point underdogs in this game. So I'm going to go for them, and they're going to clinch the division.
Okay.
And rest in peace to Franco Harris on the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception game. So we got the Raiders and Steelers facing off in a historic matchup. Whoever loses this game is likely eliminated from playoff contention if these two teams aren't already. But the importance is still there, Chuck. Who you got?
First, I'd like to say condolences goes out to the family of Franco Harris. Very sudden. They're going to retire his jersey at halftime at this game, respectfully. But I am going to go with the Raiders here. And they're also my no, they're not my lock, but I was going to pick them for my lock. But they're hot right now, and I don't think there's no stopping Derek Carr in that offense. It's definitely going to be a challenge against the Steelers defense who gets after the quarterback, but I think they have an answer, and I don't think Kenny Pickett's ready for that week coming back off injury. So I'm going to go Raiders.
Yeah, it would have been interesting if you doubled down there. But I don't like fading the Steelers, man. Ever since TJ Watt came back, they've been an auto play for me every week. If we're not picking their matchup, I'm picking them as a lock or an upset. So yeah, give me the Steelers again.
Let's go.
Give me the better coach team here.
Okay.
All right, Chuck, your locks have been supreme all year. Are you going to keep it going this week?
Yes, we are. Lock it in. -2.5 Lions at Panthers Saturday, 1 p.m.
Any reason?
Lions are hot. Panthers have a good defense. They have a good front four, but I think the Lions offense is healthy, ready to go. I think they got better receivers, and Dan Campbell has finally come to fruition as a good head coach, and I think he's going to keep it rolling, and he's going to keep his guys on the same page and not get ahead of themselves. So they're going to keep dominating. Go Dan Campbell.
Chuck, in the moment where I need to win the most, I'm going to roll with your Kansas City Chiefs as a 10-point favorite. In fact,
I wanted to take them. I wanted to take them. I wanted to.
In fact, I actually started the week as 9.5-point favorites, and the line got bet up. So the Sharps like the Chiefs, and for good reason. Seattle's defense ever since the bye week has been one of the worst in the league. And the Chiefs looked embarrassingly bad against the Texans. Yeah, and they still got a lot to play for with seeding, so they're not going to stop even though they clinched the division. So give the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Geno's good luck comes to an end.
Yep.
And you're upset.
I'll take that. I mean, if your lock hits, go Chiefs. Hell yeah. Upset. I want to hear yours.
So my upset, we talked about that embarrassing loss for the Patriots. They're going up against a Bengals squad that's one of the hottest in the NFL right now. But the Patriots are only 3-point underdogs. Why is that? Well, Vegas knows, and I'll tell you why. The Bengals have huge games coming up against the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. You got to believe that they're looking at those games. We need to win those games. They're overlooking it. They're going to overlook the Patriots.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And the Patriots have been well coached all year, and the Bengals, they're riding a big winning streak. All things come to an end. I think the Bengals hot streak ends here, and the Patriots pull off the upset at home.
I honestly, I was going to steer away from the Patriots, but I like that pick a lot. It's going to be 14 degrees in Foxborough, and I feel like Robert Kraft inviting that fan there, that's got to pump the players up or whatever. So
it better,
right?
And you're upset.
My upset. We got Sunday action, 1 p.m. Packers at Dolphins. Weather's gonna be nice. I think the Packers are hot right now, and I think the Dolphins, they played really well against the Bills in a snowy Buffalo, right? In a really fucking cold Buffalo. But I just think like the Packers have this edge right now that they're trying to make a playoff push, and they want it more than the Dolphins. And I think Rodgers wants it more too. So quarterback play. I'm gonna take the Packers.
Yeah, and Roger might be playing for his job. Don't forget that.
That too. That too.
All Jordan Love stuff.
Hmm.
Dolphins are reeling a bit with they're a bit banged up on the O line, so and their defense isn't performing like it should. Bradley Chubb and Xavier Howard, shout out to those two for being giant busts and nobody realizing it.
Yeah, right. No, good point. That is a good point.
Yeah. Well, we hope you like this episode, but before we go today, a quick word from our sponsors. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play for season-long and draft-type fantasy games. If you are interested, we have a sign-up link in our description where if you deposit up to $100, they will match your deposit using our promo code CHUCK&SCHUP. So get on Underdog today. But for the meantime, Chuck, what do we say to fans on the way out?
Hey, I'm Chuck. That's Shoop. See you guys next week. And this is the app, right?
Yes, download the app. Chuck, download the app.
I
Come
got
on.
it. I got it.
Bang.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. Tyler, lock it in.
Yo, good luck in fantasy.